Half-Life 2 RTX. This project was announced back in August, and I was actually under NDA with NVIDIA for a short time because I was told a bunch about it, but decided not to make a video because I wanted to wait for more media to be out. Half-Life 2 RTX is a community endeavor helmed by a company called Orbifold Studios. Orbifold Studios is also partially owned or ran by members of Project 17, the Half-Life 2 Remastered Assets team, and even Raising the Bar Redux. Oh, and the Half-Life 2 VR mod team as well.
This video is sponsored by Ridge Wallets. I was sent one. You wanna see it? This one is apparently leather. Psych! It's this red one that I've been using for 3.5 years. The leather one replaced it, and it's currently at my nightstand. And before that, I had a black carbon fiber one that was in use for years before that. By God, do I use it all the time. Not only does Ridge make these really nice flat space saving wallets, they also sell this product now, key case. You put keys on it and it goes in your pocket. It keeps all your keys like it's a Swiss Army knife. So that's pretty cool. I'm getting married though. One of the reasons why you don't see me streaming so often lately is because I'm working my butt off. I'm getting married in June. Who would have guessed it? This wedding is sponsored by Ridge Wallet. Ridge also sells rings. Did you know it? They sent me what will be my wedding band. So my wedding is sponsored in part by Ridge Wallet. Currently, Ridge has an 11-year anniversary sale going on where you can get 30% off your purchase, 20% off rings. So go check out Ridge Wallet in my link down in the description below. And thank you so much, Ridge, for sponsoring my wedding.
Project 17 was the Source 2 Half-Life Alyx engine attempt to remake the point insertion chapter from Half-Life 2 in the new engine. The Half-Life 2 Remade Assets team just attempts to remake all of the Half-Life 2 assets in the style of Half-Life Alyx in Source 2, and many different asset packs have been released since. And Raising the Bar Redux is one of the largest, if not the largest, Half-Life 2 beta-inspired mod development teams out there that is currently working on multiple projects, including a spin-off related to Ravenholm and a Portal 1 mod that attempts to recreate the 2005 Combine architecture style. A lot of different people are helping on this and have helped on this. Half-Life 2 RTX is leveraging NVIDIA's RTX Remix software, which is a runtime end game editor that allows for new assets and post-processing effects to be added within the rendering pipeline. What you're seeing are all available pieces of media that the team and individuals have released. Up until this point, it's pretty much a whole lot of textures, bump map textures, and models. A few level screenshots are available, however, those levels are almost always just Kleiner's Lab, which was seen in the first trailer back in August, or the Ravenholm trailer, which was seen in January of this year. Half-Life 2 RTX is obviously a much bigger endeavor than the Portal RTX project that released a few years ago. The problem with Portal RTX was that it didn't really seem to adhere to any of the art style that Valve attempted to create for Portal 1. It was utilizing almost all recycled assets from Half-Life 2, but it had a theme, an art style, a tone that the RTX mod did not follow whatsoever. The RTX mod looked like adding an old texture pack to a game that didn't need it, and the lighting effects, while pretty, required a very powerful computer to run at least at 60 FPS. The Half-Life 2 RTX project attempts to be doing something in a different direction. From everything I've seen, they're trying to adhere to that original art style and trying to do things where the Portal RTX project lacked. The Portal RTX project was headed almost entirely by NVIDIA Lightroom with a few community contractors. NVIDIA Lightroom is the same studio that put all of the Source Engine games on the NVIDIA Shield. They even were the ones that put Portal 1 and 2 on the Nintendo Switch. Orbifold Studios is an entirely volunteer-based community organization that is generating assets for this Half-Life 2 RTX release that NVIDIA is heading. This will be an interesting project. These assets will be very welcome by the community as a whole, as they will likely be modded into Half-Life 2 by itself and its many contemporaries, such as the Half-Life 2 VR mod. The only issue that I have with Half-Life 2 RTX is that this is a volunteer-based project. As far as I understand it, no one is actually getting paid by NVIDIA to do this work. But NVIDIA is utilizing it as a means to advertise its RTX Remix and RTX series graphics cards. I remember when I was first being told about this project a few months before its announcement, I was concerned that the volunteer-based nature of this project would turn a lot of developers off. I don't know if that's the case. I have not kept in touch with the team whatsoever, but things appear to be chugging along, and a few media releases continue to trickle out. This is a huge undertaking. It is unknown how long this project will remain in development, but it'll likely be quite a while before we have anything playable. The RTX Remix toolkit is finally out, and although it is a great piece of software, it's just the software. It doesn't ship with any assets. All of that is done by the end user. Adding the RTX lighting effects is part of the software, but adding in those extra assets requires a significant amount of extra legwork, and that legwork, again, is being done by this Orbifold Studios. It's still just Half-Life 2, however, no new levels or content is properly being made for the Half-Life 2 experience. This is Half-Life 2 running on your computer that NVIDIA is using their own proprietary system, the RTX Remix software, to add new assets and lighting effects in at runtime. That's what RTX Remix does. Portal Prelude, the classic Portal 1 mod, also got an RTX release, and that was slightly better than the Portal 1 because it was actually done by a community team. So the Half-Life 2 RTX project will likely be very good. My only concern is just the fact that it doesn't seem like anyone that's actually creating this stuff is being compensated. Of course, this is a project that is free to download for anybody that owns Half-Life 2 when it does come out. But again, I don't really know how I feel about it. I'm not casting a stone to anyone in particular. I'm just trying to get the general feel from the community. How do you feel about this project? I'm honestly curious. It's very cool looking. It will likely be way better than Portal RTX. By the way, AMD cards can play RTX Remix software to an extent. The RTX Remix software itself, the stuff that allows you to create your own remixes as they're called, does not run on Radeon cards and will never run on any AMD cards. However, I have seen people actually be able to play Portal RTX using a Radeon card, albeit with a limited feature set. So technically not gated off content, but also kind of gated. It's really weird. This is a completely different realm of remaster or remake. It is a very different beast, and it's something that I'm not used to. I don't know how I properly feel about. There have been rumors to the effect of BioShock also getting an RTX Remix release. However, that's been a rumor for years, and it's very possible that it has been canceled in the interim. However, I would not be surprised if within the next year we do eventually see that BioShock RTX release as well. Half-Life 2 RTX has a lot of incredibly talented members of the source modding community be a part of it. Again, like I said, you've got Project 17, you've got the Half-Life 2 Remastered Assets team, and you've got the frickin' Raising the Bar Remastered team, which is a project we should be paying more attention to on this channel in the coming months. There's a lot of cool stuff to talk about when it comes to Raising the Bar. And of course, this software can run on anything DX8 or DX9 compatible. I've seen some people even get DX7 stuff to run. That's cool. That means you could play pretty much any of the Source Engine games with the lighting at least. And with the asset pack that is likely to be shipping out with Half-Life 2 RTX, you'll likely be able to run a hell of a lot of Half-Life 2 mods on top of this. People were able to do that with Portal 1 mods. There's also rumors that the NVIDIA Lightroom Studios is going to be releasing the Half-Life 2 trilogy somewhere on Switch or whatever Nintendo's next console is going to be. That's been a rumor for like a year and a half now. I mean, Half-Life 2, Episode 1 and Episode 2 at least, we'll probably see a Nintendo release, whether that be on the Switch or whatever will end up being the next console because of NVIDIA Lightroom. I mean, it's the Tegra X1 chipset. That's the same thing as the Shield. They had those ports ready to go anyways. That's a tangent. I apologize. Anyways, yeah, what do you think about this? This is a really strange thing. I don't entirely know how I feel. It's weird. How do you feel? I'm Tyler McVicker, the Passionate Gamer. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. If you want to support these videos, support me, check out the Floatplane or Patreon pages and toss me a few bucks. Or, just join my Discord server, invite link down below, or follow me on Twitter and TikTok, all that crap. Good stuff. All right, I'll talk to you next time. Peace now, Grease. Adios.